So I'm not a web developer. I'm a digital artist. And I work at the moment as a researcher at Goldsmiths University in their embodied audio visual interaction department. But kind of about a year ago, I discovered Meteor, and I've been involved in kind of a lot of stuff to do with game design and installations and things like this. And I just discovered that it was a really good way to get interaction through people's mobiles when they're live in the same room, which is exactly what Ben did, way better than me. Kind of stole my thunder a bit. But this image is from a piece I did at the end of last year in Tyneside Cinema in Newcastle as part of a commission for them. And what you can't see there is that the audience all had mouse pointers, and they were kind of being taken on a journey controlling their mouse pointers on the cinema screen. They had buttons that they clicked that transformed them in different ways. So there's me kind of controlling my stuff, and then there's the audience. And then since I've done that, I've kind of gone on to do some other things, because one of the things I realized was that the mobile screens lit people's faces really nicely. And I realized that what I could do is make some kind of mobile lighting rig out of people's phones in real time. Unfortunately, I've got no really good documentation to show you a game that I developed. So a game to be played by people all sitting in the same room at the same time in the dark. The only image I have is this quite silly one of me with different colors on my faces. Basically, it was a game about popularity. I'm still working on it. I'm working it with a theatre company called Coney, who specialize in interactive theatre experiences. And it was to do with popularity. And when you become really unpopular, you go red. It was basically sort of a Tinder-like interface with liking and noping people. But it's not really what I want to talk to you about today. I want to talk about the latest project that I'm working on. And I got a commission from the Royal Opera House because they're joining up with the Roundhouse, and they are doing a production of Monteverdi's Orfeo at the Roundhouse next year, which is a big deal for them because they never normally leave the Royal Opera House. So they want to promote it, and they asked, could I pitch to them something that would use some kids involved in the production, be digital, and promote their opera. And so, oh, actually, I had another slide. Why did I close that? Yes. Full screen. Oops. It's really not going to be worth it now. What I suggested to them was a version of Zork. Everyone know Zork? Yeah. So what I decided to do was make an audio version of Zork online. And so I'm kind of now, this is still very much in, you can find it here, by the way. So I should say, I should give you the caveats here. This is totally work in progress. I've only got my head around Audio API kind of last week. Yeah, it's in pieces, but you can see a tiny bit of the demo if you go to it. But I'm going to show it to you now anyway. So, yeah, it's not working. Oh, it is.
With large trees all around. To the east, there appears to be sunlight.
So I'm just going to kind of, I know where things are, so I'm just going to walk through it.
You're at the top of the Great Canyon on its south wall.
This is all just placeholder at the moment, like it's not.
You've seen an immense forest stretching for miles around.
So it's basically, I think that's more canyon.
You're in an open field west of the big white house with a boarded front door.
If anyone knows Zork, that's the first. Actually, I should have started with that. It would have been so much cooler. I don't know why. Anyway.
You're in a dark room with book-lined walls.
Okay.
By the fireplace sits an old man smoking a pipe.
Okay, so you kind of get the idea of how there's a lot more to go into the game yet. And the key point is that the kids who are going to be between 11 and 15 years old are the ones who are going to record all the narration and the sound. We've got a Foley artist and a dramaturg who are going to work with the kids, and they're going to put all that stuff in. But I'm also going to stupidly try and get the kids to help program the game as well. So this is really where Meteor comes in. So I'm just going to log out and refresh that. There's lots of things that aren't implemented there. 1 minute. Oh, bloody hell. OK, well, and then I'll have to show you the back end very, very quickly. OK, so this is like the designer thing. As far as I've got is you can kind of choose different terrain types, and then you can put them in different places like this. You can choose from sound files. So I wouldn't choose footsteps for background. I could choose different kind of ones. I've got different types of footsteps. So the thing that I've really struggled with, if anyone can help me down the pub, is I managed to get collection FS to upload audio files into a database. I can get them out of the database, but I can't get them into an array buffer for audio API. If anybody knows that, I will be your friend forever, even if you don't want that. And basically, that's it. Thank you.